I just wish we had played better from start to finish, Harry. It's we've talked an awful lot about just worrying about the process, and I thought it was a sloppy game for both teams. It just wasn't real crisp. There weren't a lot of great passing plays. We had some opportunities, I thought, particularly in the second, that Hartzell was really a major factor on. So, overall, yeah, but the more important thing is that I wish we had been better from puck drop to buzzer. So.
You said that on Friday you were kind of expecting a game like this, that it wasn't going to be pretty, and it wasn't going to be you said feel-good game. I guess you were right about that. Are you disappointed that even though you saw it coming, there's still nothing that you could do about it? Or?
Well, it's not that there's nothing that we could do about it. I think that again, we had opportunities to stick to the game plan a little bit, better than we did. And then as the game wears on and you become a little more anxious, or you try a little bit harder because we weren't trying maybe hard enough at the beginning. Now those pucks aren't sitting flat for you, and we're not able to make as nice a play as we would have liked to, or we're not passing the puck quite as flat, or gripping the stick just a little too tightly. That's what happens when you don't come out in the first 20, and you're as good as you can be, and you've shown yourself to be. Now you try harder, and trying harder isn't always the best recipe for success. It's trying the same all the time and being able to execute at that level of effort.
But you guys came out in the second period and really took it to them, and then, what do you see as the differences between that period and the third period?
Well, the third period just became disjointed. I mean, both teams wound up trying to stretch. We had tried to stretch to, separate the defensemen from their forwards on the forecheck, which we thought gave us an opportunity to make the ice big. We had, a minimal amount of success with that. Certainly, after the first period, I thought their forecheck wasn't as effective. But then in the third, they started stretching back because they were a goal down. So now they're getting forwards leaking out of the offense or out of the defensive zone, and so it became kind of a volley back and forth. Odd man rush one way, or dump, touch the puck in, try to get into your forecheck, and just become disjointed in the third period. And I don't think either team really ever had a consistent 5-minute stretch of momentum one way or the other. It was a little burst here and a little burst there, and unfortunately they converted on one of the opportunities, and that wound up being the game tire.
Looked like he just kind of flung it at the net, and then he was, everyone, including the guy who shot it, was a little bit surprised at the outcome there.
The saying is that the scoreboard paints no pictures. So, that's a good lesson. You get pucks and bodies to the net. Kevin didn't have great eyes on that puck, and like I say, sometimes those things just flutter in, and no matter what, it goes down as the game tire.
Anything in particular you guys will go back and look at and focus on this week coming out of this?
No, I think it's nice to get back into a routine. It's certainly not an excuse for it, but it's been an odd week. Game on, day off, game on, day off, holiday. So we do all become creatures of habit. So it'll be nice to tee it up, Monday through Thursday, and play Friday, Saturday again.
Rocco, coming into the game, how much did you guys look at their style of play and what they like to do and try to combat that?
We obviously talked about it a bit, but with other teams, we obviously just want to play our game. We want to do our game no matter what. We're not going to play special for a special team. We're just going to do our plan, and we're going to follow through on it.
It seemed like they sort of controlled the pace in the first period than you guys did in the second period. I asked Coach the same question. What do you think changed between periods 2 and 3?
Obviously we came out slow. We're sloppy. The puck was bouncing everywhere. It's just a tough one. And then we came in. We talked it over, and then we came out, I guess, with some fire. But we have to have that the whole game. We have to have that from start to finish.
Steven fed you that saucer pass on the 2-on-1. Do you think you were putting it home, or?
I just tried to muscle that through. That was at the end of my shift. So I wasn't going to try to do something fancy. Just trying to put that one on net.
Is that as good of a goaltending performance against that you guys have seen this season?
I mean, we got a lot of shots on that, but I don't think we really tested them the way that we should have. I mean, we got a lot of shots through, but I mean, we have to get those second and third chances. So I mean, the kid was good. I mean, he was a good goalie in that, but I mean, we have to test him better next time.
You had a power play goal, and you guys have really, your power play has been statistically much better than it was last year. What do you see as the biggest differences?
I think on ours, I mean, we're just shooting the puck. I mean, we have 3 guys up top that can shoot it, and then I'm just in front, and it just popped out. I mean, I didn't have to do any work. I mean, it was just the guys up top shooting it through, and we get traffic in front. I mean, that's all you have to do.
John, both special teams have increased their percentages nicely from last season. You know, I know that's the thing that my own father as a coach takes pride in. Do you take pride in that as a coach, that when you can get those units going as well as you guys have them?
Well, it's a huge influence in the game, the way the game's called today. So it's important. It's one of the few sports situations where you get an extra man to take advantage of. So you talk about it having a huge momentum swing one way or the other, both on the power play and the penalty kill. So I'm happy that the guys really embrace what we're doing. It's not that we spend hours and hours on special teams, but I think the guys understand the concepts of what we're trying to do, and they're working hard and executing pretty well. So it's been a huge boost to us. I mean, 5-on-5 goals are really difficult to come by in this league. So it's nice that we were able to chip in with our second shorty, and as you said, we got kind of 2 different power play looks, and on a given night, either or both of them have had some relative success. So it's a big part of the game.
Rocco, frustrating at all for you guys not to be able to get a second win in a row?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, we obviously wanted to keep it rolling, but we have to take out the positives out of this game, and I mean, we got to move forward. I mean, we're not going to dwell on it, obviously. I mean, we're going to look over it quickly, but I mean, we're not going to dwell on it.
Does it roll off your shoulders a little bit easier because it's a non-league game?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's tough. I mean, I want to win every game, obviously, and I know the whole team wants to win every game. I mean, no game is just a walkthrough. I mean, no game is more important than the other.